I got a 6-year relationship. So after a 6-year relationship, you know when you have felt that kind of freedom.
Sorry, yeah, this time. So I don't leave you another page.
Guys are no more in their 20s, so it's this
we have
reality.
done best man like 15 times. Next one is my turn. Plus, yeah.
So with the physicals, like God created, forget. Travel around, you have to tear. At the end of the day, you need to look beyond the physical realm of what you see in a woman. So you have to look for the substance. You know what I'm saying? It's like buying second-hand car that they fixed up, bodywork, everything, mad rims, mad paints, but the inside is, you know, the work. Most guys never marry their spec. Have you realized that?
You know, I was having a conversation about that recently. That people always say that.
So do you think those guys, they cheat?
No, here's the thing. Spec is a mental thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Kind of things you like.
Yes, it's a
kind
mental
of things
thing.
you think you like.
But most times, you wouldn't find the contents of what you need in the spec that you are attracted to.
Yeah.
If a girl is fine or a 10 physically, right?
Yeah.
And you can't hold a conversation.
See, that's not feasible because obviously immediately there has to be.
There has to be some sort of connection.
Substance immediately because I can't, you know, and then all these things become a factor. Like I can't talk to you. Once I can't have a conversation, if all you look for is the flesh first, the physical aspect of the day, you would allow that blind you
because you make excuses
in your head for, and maybe she would
start talking later,
just to get what you want and to satisfy yourself. But then it never lasts, and that's the reason why relationships don't really last. Guys are no more in their 20s, so it's this
we have done best man like 15 times. Next one is my turn. Plus,
so with the physicals, like God created, forget. Travel around, you have to tear. At the end of the day, you need to look beyond the physical realm of what you see in a woman. So you have to look for the substance.
We've heard this word substance too many times. What is substance? Like what ingredients? What is it?
What the ingredients? Character.
Like, so within character, what is the character that you're looking for?
I'm looking for someone who can make me laugh.
Yeah.
I'm looking for someone who, you know, who is respectable, you know, who is submissive, basically, because that's one. I'm not a very forceful kind of guy, so I would not want a lady that will now be giving me headache, because I don't want to say, I have to say too much. You know, get guys who say, "No, come on, sit down there." So it doesn't mean, and get guys who say that's what they like. Any guy that can say, "Come on, sit down there." Well, I would start rehearsing and start so that I can be very forceful. You know, so I'm not that kind of person. So I'm looking for someone who is naturally submissive, who knows that this is my man. No, they talk too much, but when I don't do like this, when he face don't do like this, you know, say he's not.
I always worry about the word submissive because I feel like, just as a guy, I keep thinking of like wrestling. When you're younger, you watch wrestling, and submission is a violent thing. So like, what are we expecting? Like, are we expecting them to quit, like give in to you? Like, what does submissive mean? Because at some point they've also got to be able to stand up for themselves or do the things that they want. So where's the line of submissive?
I think before you can even get into a relationship, you have to know yourself. If you don't know yourself, how can you manage someone else? You feel me? There are a lot of people who are still soul searching. They don't even know who they are, and then they get married, and you don't even know what marriage is about because you haven't even educated yourself about. And then the word submission comes in. You understand?
And then that's where you start to misuse
you're my wife.
Exactly.
You're this, you're that. When I say this, do. It doesn't work like that, because if you find a woman who understands you, you're somebody who understands yourself. It's going to be a no-brainer. It's going to be something you don't have to speak about.
Okay.
Like,
maturity.
It's just maturity.
I think where it comes from
Character
often the time,
maturity.
like where the issue comes in with submission is where you lack a self-confidence that you feel.
Exactly.
So like you said, you have to know yourself. Once you know yourself and you're comfortable with yourself, then you're not going to actually be, like, you're not going to be bothered by what the other person is saying.
Exactly. You feel
Okay,
me?
so if
It's
the
more
babe
important.
war like
She no go war. Let me tell you why she no go war. Let me tell you why she no go war. Because naturally, there's just some people that you can be around them for 10 minutes and you're already like, I want to know this. There's just something about that I want to know. On the other hand, she might not be as good looking as your ex. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So there's no rule to it.
Okay, but why?
So is there a place of pity in that? You know, when yes, because sometimes you're wondering, this babe, I'm not sure this is the person, but
you know the thing is that sometimes it plays into your head. I was talking to someone and she was like, how do you guys make money doing this thing? I don't understand. So this is what you guys are doing. Because I think she had like a couple of weeks off work.
And then she had to pay you to set.
So it'd be like following you and actually seeing you do stuff during the day. It's like, so this is what people are doing when I'm at work. Like, how do you guys make money? You guys are just chilling, eating lunch. You guys are just out.
You have to find someone that understands you and you have to understand them. Like, especially dating like someone in entertainment is not for everybody. Like, for example, being an artist, guy, I can be on a plane this night. It depends on who books it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a call away, a bank alert away, and a plane away. Not everyone can handle it.
Even people in entertainment, I can't handle it.
Not everyone can handle it.
I think I'll most likely get married to someone in this industry.
I'm not sure.
Not everyone can handle
an
it, bro.
presenter, something, model, but it will probably be in the circle.
You do your whole man like Lynxxx when you go to the gym, all of that. So does that play in? So like you want someone does that play into the someone that you're looking for? Does she have to care about her fitness and all that kind of stuff?
No, but if I'm dating someone who normally doesn't even care to go to the gym but still takes care of her body because she watches what she eats and stuff like that, then it's something I can introduce to her lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it's not really, oh, does the babe go to the gym?
Yeah, but
what I mean is there are things you actually never find out now.
But it can be subconscious though, because it can be subconscious because in process of like, oh, let's say, we've gotten married, now you're living together, it can become a thing where it's like, you see the kind of respect you pay towards your body.
Yeah.
It might almost irk you to see somebody not respecting their own body. So like that
when
becomes
when your babe right now is a figure 8, and after like 3 kids she's 8,888. You're wondering, okay, and she don't want to go gym. So yeah, because there are things you probably find out after a while.
Exactly.
Yeah, so definitely address that. You know what's funny? That's even extreme in terms of changes, because like what you said, things change a bit. There are babes that when you were chasing them, their packaging was mad every day.
Now you don't get them now. They just
the moment you marry the stones, the babe will just relax, hairnet every day, not bother to do her hair, not bother to do anything. Like she just feels overly comfortable, and she forgets that she still needs to entice you. There's certain aspects of that relationship that have to keep evolving for the better. I wouldn't just get married now and my wife will be cooking every day. I'll be eating, I'll be getting big stomach, everything. I'll stop trying to keep fit, trying to look good for her.
You're married.
Because I don't marry her, make I just you understand? I don't think that's the right mindset to have.
So I don't know, so like, okay, let's say you've gone to this place now. I've worked to myself, worked to my confidence, knowing who I am, what it is I want to do with myself. But what is it that will put you off somebody?
Somebody doesn't have a relationship with God. That's like my number one thing. I need to know where you are spiritually.
I always have issue with this thing.
Let me tell you why.
Look, I get it, and it is highlight. It is important, right? But because I've gone to that place where sometimes you have people that will now message you like, oh, okay, I'm attracted because, and you're like, oh, because I see you wear your relationship with God on your sleeve, and all of that is cool.
Yeah.
But then that can't be a basis for your attraction to me because there's so many other people relationship with God. So like, what else?
The reason I say that because that dictates so many things.
Yeah.
It dictates what your relationship with your family would be like.
Okay.
It dictates what your relationship with your workers would be like. Because there's just a certain foundation that having a good relationship with God puts you in.
It will determine how you react to some certain things.
You know what
how
I'm
you treat
saying?
people and all of that kind of stuff.
Most times than not, like if someone's gonna stray you from your journey, you're not supposed to be in that position.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not saying that the babe has to be a pastor or has to be speaking in tongues, but she has to have that foundation.
Yeah.
We can all talk about things like, okay, I want someone that's confident, I want someone that that understands submission, all these kind of things. But then how do you get to those personality traits? Because we can all list those things. And
I always think that it can never just be, life partner, it can never just be perfect.
Yeah, it can never. It's always work in progress.
Yeah, it has to be work all the time. God gave Adam a wife, and when she messed up, it was like, the wife you gave me. So right now it's in our hands to really to choose who we want and make it work. I've always been asking myself this question: why did our parents' marriages work better?
There's no Instagram.
There's no Instagram.
The thing is that we cannot pretend like this thing. Honestly, Instagram is like a major trap.
Internet is a major
It's
trap.
funny because then you must stay in that house. So
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do.
Exactly.
Whether in the rain or in the sun, you don't have a hiding place. There was no place to run to. But now every door is an exit door.
Yeah, I think people enter marriage with the idea of if it doesn't work, I can bounce.
Get divorced,
I
yeah.
And that's
we've created it as
your
an
mindset
option,
has already
literally.
killed your marriage before you even
Yeah.
entered it, because you're creating an option to come
leave,
out.
There's an exit.
What do you need to know before you enter the marriage? Like, what is it that you can work on within the marriage, and what is it that you can't?
Character for me it's like when someone has training all the way from her life, from kindergarten, there are things it's difficult to bring out on people.
Yeah.
You can, it's not, people can adjust, but it's hard to change people totally. So most times it's a determining factor for me, as in some sort of character, integrity, cheerfulness. There are things I really look out for, because I know that these things are things that would probably complement who my person is. So I'm not trying to change you, or okay, when I get married to you, there are things we can start working on this. No, let's work on it now. If you don't have it, you don't have it. I'm sure there's someone that would love you like that. There's someone that probably can cope with it. So
there's this whole dating styles, or how you treat people on the first dates, but all these things have become so fake that they now affect the whole thing, because later, after like 3-4 days, you've now set this boundary of this is how I am, and this, and you're now trying to show your real self later.
3-4 days.
It doesn't work. That's a lie. Okay, after a couple of months. But because I'm now the mindset of being so real so early.
Yeah.
Like because if you don't, you immediately set fake boundaries.
That's because you're going in with a serious mentality. Yeah. Not everybody that's going into a relationship goes in with a serious mentality.
Right.
Not everyone is ready to settle down. Actually, not every babe. You didn't say babe, they look for. Not everybody is ready to this is the time, or you are the guy, or so. It all depends on how they come and what mentality they come into the relationship with.
We've created some stereotypes on babes, definitely, on what babes are like. Because I know myself, like, this is actually an issue that I have to be upfront. I thought when I was in school in England, I was like, no, I don't like Nigerian girls. Everything is too much. Everyone is carrying their designer bag and all of that. I can't even keep up. So please just stay where you are. And when you actually get to know people, you know that they're not as materialistic as we made them out to be.
Yeah.
So how does that affect the way that we are approaching babes now that we've created some stereotypes on them that aren't real?
I'm not even this kind of babe, that kind of babe. Like, Naija babes are beautiful, Naija babes are intelligent, Naija babes are ambitious.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if you know hustle enough, your babe go reach past you.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? So
Literally.
I don't see anything wrong with Naija babes. I just feel like you just have to have your mind in the right place to attract the right type of babe.
And as I grew up, my mentality changed. When I was much younger, there has to be a smaller babe, there has to be cute, petite, sweet. Well, as you're growing into, you start, I don't know if it's attraction that changed, the kind of people or maybe people that tried out. I'm not sure if I would like this one. I've tried out this one and said, wow, it's not bad. Like, I could actually live with this person. So it's growth. Yeah. Sometimes growth mentality. When those strongholds, sometimes we need to pull down. Yeah. Those things that you've held on to so long. Like you said before. Yeah. Yet it's never about all those things. It's about the inside. It's about the inside. So if you keep that in mind, you probably never make a mistake.
You can't change the rules later. Because once you've created that something is okay,
this is okay.
It has to be okay.
No,
so you can't pretend that something is okay when it's not, and then try and change it later. Because that's the whole point of trying to change people. I remember who sang that song, Change Your Parade? I go change your parade, change your parade. I remember I had like a huge argument with my ex about that song because I was singing it, and she was like, whose parade are you trying to change? You can't change me. And I was like,
Yes, and you're not her father.
Exactly.
You didn't flog her when she was 5. So what is you cannot. So
the precedent you set when you're toasting a babe is what she expects.
Exactly, the whole way through.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know how to pretend. Man. Who you meet on Hello is really who I am. Like, I don't have time to be forming guy. And that's what a lot of people don't know
Which
about
is
me.
why I think I most likely get married to my friend.
Yeah.
Someone I'm not sure who the person is, but I'm sure somebody from when I see some of my primary school friends right now. But I'm thinking that it will probably be somebody from school, someone from my industry, someone that I know well and we met on the basis of we know they forgive each other. I don't like you. Not like I don't like you, but I'm not trying to impress you.
We're not trying to impress because when you start forming
and then we.
But let me hear you guys the funniest thing. Do you realize that guys that package, if you rent your guy car, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you want to take a baby out, you borrow money, all these things. They always finish last time, guys that are just real from the jump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's just something that being real has over being fake, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's longevity. So most times, I see guys trying to impress babes going out of their way, and I'm like, the guy will collect this your babe. That one guy for club, we don't get table. We just day one place, they drink mineral. You understand? And just the fact that the guy believes in his chi, you call it a babe.
Exactly. Because that's why I was like originally I was trying to take babe out to all of these places. I'm like, yo, if I do this for 3, 4, 5 days, my money is going to start finishing. Look, let's keep it real. Let me take you to the ice cream factory. Let's just have a conversation.
Simple, yeah.
Right? I think there's a simple rule to dating. Like, if you use money to get a babe, another guy uses money to collect the babe. If she didn't genuinely stay with you because of you,
then she's not
but because of what you have, who the guy that has more than you will be the next guy to collect it. Do you understand? As time goes on, you know?
Alright, guys. It was real.
It was real.
Take a haircut.
It makes sense now. Wow, free egg going. Nice one. So, when are we coming for the time now? How much is our suit?
Let's go.
Next.